Okay, just waiting for it to confirm that it's live. Yeah, it's good. Okay, welcome to ANZ Combined Racing League's V8 Supercars America Championship, and we are here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for race 2 of 3 tonight, and we've just witnessed a sensational race for pole, 5-lap sprint race just previously in the wet. Now it's dried up, and this man here, Weary Knight, took victory, so he's going to find himself on pole. They've got a little 5-minute practice. We've got 2 minutes 40 remaining in this practice session, and then we have our sprint race of 15 laps. No pit stops required unless they need it. I'm your host, Woody Liz, and alongside me is Matty Seeking for the ride tonight. Welcome, Matty.
Hello, hopefully the mic issue is solved.
Yeah, we'll see. Sometimes it's just a little bit up and down throughout the Xbox fraternity here on Project Cars 2. We've found that some nights it's good, other nights it's not. But Dado Racer as well, he's going to be in a handy position for this race as well. So it's all based on the previous race results, and he's looking very good in the P51 Sim Sports car.
Yeah,
I actually don't have the screenshot in front of me because I don't want to change anything on the Xbox, so I can't quite remember. But if you know the order, I know Devil, I think, came third, I think it was. I'm not too sure. Third or fourth. He was up there.
Devil.
Highlander was fifth.
Highlander was fourth.
Fourth, okay, yes.
Then it was Jetto in fifth.
That's right, yeah, in the Casho car.
Sixth was someone. Seventh was also someone.
Pretty close. Commander Jim and
yeah, they're around there somewhere. I'm not too sure
that
now. Tim and Jack was sixth, I think, actually.
But we know the big talking point was the two guys that were tied on lead of the championship before race 3, which was the first race here tonight, with Sado 15 and Logical Sports. And Sado 15, well, his car was seemed to be spinning like he was a bottle cap on a table. He was doing more spins than a record player, and a Logical Sports finished in 11th, so he didn't score any points, but Sado was able to get 1 point, so he's now effectively the championship leader, but only 1 point in front of this man, Logical Sports, in the P51 Sim Sports Extra car.
Yeah, definitely, but the others would have closed up as well, so especially Jetto in third in the championship, he would have gained a ton of points on those boys.
Yeah, Jetto and also Dado, they all climbed up the grid order, so bridged the gap, and they're within probably about 10 points now from the lead, or Jetto definitely is right up there. Commander Jim, he had an opportunity he was actually second. He was on the outside into turn 1 and outside of Dado, but just couldn't pull it up in the wet and ran it wide. And by the time he gathered it, I think he was as low as 8th position or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. He come home
it was
7th,
very costly.
So he'd be there or thereabouts, to be honest. It's around that, probably 7th to 11th is kind of your, what I like to call the chaos zone. You don't know what's going to happen. It's very 50-50 whether or not you get caught in someone's accident or you all get through clean leads. He's got B staying here coming into the pit lane.
Okay, so you can still hear me. I had a little bit of a problem there. The controller decided to fall off the table, but we're all good. So plug back in again.
Yeah, definitely. So I've just got a pit report here myself. Just a confirmation that Weary Knight has said, just watch me drop like an anvil here. So...
Well, we'll see though. He's showed some consistent pace there in the wet, and I'm sure that it's going to be as long as he doesn't get too caught up looking in his mirrors into turn 1. He's got to have confidence that the guys aren't going to be leaning on. Well, they might lean on him, but they hopefully won't punt him hard enough to push him off. So he's just got to have that confidence to take his own line, and we'll continue straight on to the race. And that way there we can see now there's the grid order. So that's basically, that is the positions that they finished in the race for pole. And don't forget Dado also scored an extra bonus 5 points in that race for pole for getting the fastest lap. There's no bonus points for fastest laps in the sprint or feature race tonight. It was only for the race for pole. So Dado Racer is looking good there if you have the run down the inside, but right behind him is the man that we've got to keep an eye on. I think he's Highlander. We know how strong his starts can be, and he'll be given a lot of cheek down the inside if he can with Devil X on the outside. So I could see Devil X trying to split both Weary and Dado down the middle here.
Yeah, definitely.
And
the boys on the second row of the grid, they definitely know how to lick the stamp and send it.
That's it. And you've got Jetto there lining up on the third row alongside, I think it may be Commander Jim or Night Havoc. They've got the blue mirrors. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Night Havoc. And then Commander Jim behind him. So here we go.
Let's get the speed up. So everyone's going to be on about 50 litres of fuel from that quick dab. And away we go.
And it looks like it's a great start by Weary Knight. He's trying to protect the inside line here. No, he's just going to hold on to the racing line by the looks of thing where the grip is going to be there. And he covers that line.
Now.
Oh, Dado.
Pulled out of it.
Now will Dado just move on if he can. Tries not to cause any havoc for the rest of the field. Look, 3 wide coming through turn 2 and 3. As there goes Dado. Bit loose, but holding on.
Poor start. So is Cirrus.
Well, they started
more cars up into 9th and 10th.
Yeah, so they started at the back. So yeah, they've had a good run where the other guys were a bit more conservative. But I think they may just want to make sure that they're not getting caught up into that turn 1 incident because they are championship contenders. But Weary Knight doing a great job in front with Highlander right behind him at the moment. Looking down the inside.
Through there.
Yeah, you can just see Highlander's more comfortable in this opening lap. Weary Knight's just got a bit of a nerves going on here. He's probably driving more in his mirrors. He's not used to being out front like this, especially in these V8 supercars.
Of course, had a spin again.
The Pace car's looking good in 6th and 7th at the moment. Bit of hard charging Sato behind
Weary
them.
Knight is in pit lane.
Well, that could have been a jump start because he did start pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. As Dado. Both of these boys jump start.
Well, we'll see if they just drive straight through, which they look like they're doing, driving straight through. So it is a drive through, so they both jump the start. So that gives Highlander a nice breath of fresh air with Jetto 2.5 seconds behind, but he's got Devil X right on his bumper as well.
Jetto's just past Devil there, so 5-car flight here second.
And look at Jetto going. Is that Jetto? I think, well, no, that's Commander, not Commander Sato, sorry. Having a look down the inside of Night Havoc. Here he goes.
Oh, he's pulled it up.
Yes, he does. Pulled it up nice and sort of straight line that corner a little bit, put an angle on it so he can get it in there.
The hand over Cam and Sato. He's had a good start here, Sato. He's gained 5 positions from the start.
So the interesting factor though, I think if we're on one of these cameras where you can see cars in front, if they start squirming around out of the next corner here, you know that the tyres, the accelerated tyre wear absolutely destroyed the tyres, because this is the point. You can look at Sato, he's already drifting.
He's wide.
He's finding it hard to check it in, keep that tight line. As who's having a look down the inside, the Logical Sports down the inside of B-Stang.
Sato. A lot of side by side there. Jim looks like he's pulled out of that.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the payers sandwich here at the moment. Going to try and do it on around the outside. It's going to be a brave move if he can do it. He'll be late on the brakes, but Commander Jim's giving him a little bit of tough time there, but Sato has now got the inside for the next corner. Nice move by Sato.
Good driving there.
Very nice driving by both of them to get through there cleanly. As Commander Cirrus now in 10th, but he's got Dark Lord recovering from his earlier spin.
The Devil here is on the back of Jedi.
Yeah, obviously they've all gained from obviously the Weary Knight and Dado needing to go through a drive-through due to their jump start, we're assuming.
The front row is effectively put themselves in the back.
Yeah, that's it. At the moment they've got a lot of chasing to do too. I think they're far away behind this whole angry pack coming down the main straight of Indianapolis. Reverse rotation to what you see for the Indy 500. But we also use the infield section here that the Formula 1 cars have used previously in their time.
Yeah, definitely so. There's not much difference here between the 2005 US Grand Prix and these. They're both on sponges, unless you're on Bridgestone tyre.
Geez, Devil's doing a good run here. He's just looks like he's not trying to push too hard, just sticking to the back of Jetto. The more you push, the more you're going to put more pressure on these tyres. Accelerated tyre wear, the tyre degradation is pretty like they just fall off a cliff. I'm predicting around that lap 13, 14, they're going to start filling up pretty hard. And it'll be a matter of them getting them to the end for the next 2 or 3 laps just to make that 15 lap mark.
So Highlander is cleared choppy. He's got a 5.5 second gap over Jetto. So he can control the race now. He doesn't have to push it. He can just manage that gap now.
Well, that's it. That's the word, isn't it? Manage. He manages the gap, manages the tyres, and he'll be in the most. He'll probably be very healthy condition come late in this race as well to defend any challenges that may arise. I think Devil needs to get going shortly because Sato is now coming in hard.
Yeah, so Devil is the meat between the cash show sandwich.
He is.
It's a very cursed place to be in.
You want to try and clear yourself out away from that curse if you can. The boys have been behaving themselves pretty much though. They've been pretty clean. A couple of drivers made a few little errors and had a little bit of a spin. We saw Dado muck up turn 1 in the opening lap. Took to the infield so he didn't get in the back of Weary. Oh, it's Casey.
Had a spin.
Had a little bit of a spin in 14th. So Dado's up the road there. He's filling in at the moment for Blue Falcon. Casey is.
Oh, look at him follow the slipstream here.
And it's about a 8 to 10 kilometre gain in the slipstream down this, but then you've got to try and pull these heavy cars up into turn 1. So sometimes the slipstream, yes, it might give you that gain in that position, but you're asking a lot on the brakes to pull these cars up into turn 1 at the same time.
He's using all possible road here.
Nice camera view here on top of the number 1 Basmac car alongside with Devil X. Chasing hard in 3rd position, and this man here, Sato, he's got the championship. They've all gone in hard, and here comes Sato. Could have this been a team ploy? He's actually caught, Jetto's actually caught Devil out, and he's also made easy work for Sato to make that move.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there's some big gleaming white teeth smiling there in those cash show cars at the moment.
Tim and Jax have a small incident here, so he's dropped back here. So let's put a logical score up into the 7th here.
Yeah, he's now
so
chasing down the pace.
He's after at the moment. He looks like he's just slightly off the pace as to where they'd like to be.
Yeah, the car's probably just not suiting him at the moment as Casey's coming in. Looks like for a drive-through. I don't know. I don't think he actually stopped anywhere.
Here's how it is.
They come on through. You got look at the 3 yellow cars coming on through. Obviously the Pace Motorsport car, and then their Team Exeter of the P51 Sim Sports car of Illogical in 7th.
Definitely not much difference. The only difference is really in the wing mirrors, red, blue, and white.
That's it. And Night Havoc just doing a nice steady job.
Sirius has had an accident too. Look at the back of that thing.
Oh, well, you didn't think that would be too much damage related, but obviously he's come in for something. Maybe just getting those fresh tyres on as well may seem challenged near the end for some minor positions. He's just motoring out of pit lane now at the moment. Will Jetto let Sato go? Looks like he has. Bit of teamwork there.
Yeah, definitely.
So now will Jetto just hold up the challenge of Devil X to let Sato get a little bit of breathing space.
Behaviour through this corner here. Jetto's a bit wide.
Devil's looking very strong.
Devil's got a very good run through here though.
As he ducks down the inside. Now what's going to happen here? He's going to have to try and pull it up. He's actually alongside Jetto.
Oh.
Not much room there. They've done well. And it looks like we had Logical putting a challenge on Night Havoc but didn't succeed. I can see the laps now starting to count down. They're halfway through this 15-lap sprint race.
Definitely.
Round 2 of the
Sato's
championship.
Sato runs a bit wide. Jetto's caught up here. Jetto's probably not out of this, to be honest, because he's a very crafty racer, Jetto. He does know how to manage the tyres.
He does. He's just a little bit slow on that sector 2 of his best lap time. But it's looking pretty good for Devil X, because he can just keep following through and knowing that the chance of a 3rd position is well and truly within grasp. And he can just slowly wear Jetto down, because his car's been able to be positioned on the track wherever he wants it. So I think Devil's actually looking very strong.
He is definitely there. Jump back onto the high.
Oh, here he comes.
The sports here.
I think now that you'll find him clearing Night Havoc, which he has under the braking, so he should be able to hold on to that, but he's got to pull it up.
Yeah, well done.
Nice move by
the apex as well, so he stops the kind of the crisscross there from Night Havoc.
That's it, just stops the challenge from Night Havoc. It's all a little bit of racecraft, isn't it, Matty? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. Tim and Jack here get passed on Dark Law. Now, I don't know if Dark Law's got a bit of damage there, because that thing doesn't look like it's pointing straight at the moment.
No, he hasn't actually pitted at all, but we know that obviously he comes to flying charges of Dado and also Weary Knight. Not a good outing actually from the Jed K gloves in this race by Weary and Commander Cirrus.
No, definitely. Well, that thing still doesn't look nice to drive at the moment. It's had a big shove in the rear.
No, and he's fallen a lap down already, so...
Look at the run he gets out of that corner here. It's only a matter of time Jetto moves it over to get out of the slipstream, but Devil holds it in there. He's a very crafty racer, Devil. Jetto, though, is just as crafty as well. He's going to watch him in the apex. He's going to... Ooh!
Nice driving by Devil. We knew that he had to keep it straight in the braking. If he went to turn in early there, he would have looped that. He would have lost the rear end. So that was very nice driving by Devil. But here comes a Logical.
Oh,
can he duck it, keep it around here? Setting up Commander Jim. Just lost the run.
He's going to get a full run out of this corner now. Special mention to Beastang. He's currently in the top 10, sitting 8th. Very good run from him.
Yeah, taking over the number 6 car for the rest of the season. So he's actually getting himself familiarised with the Besman car.
So we've got a 4-way battle here for 10th.
This is hotting up. You've got some extra fast drivers all competing because they've all had a little bit of an incident early in the race. As Dado's taking it down the inside.
On the inside. So does Weary.
Nice and early.
Weary runs a bit wide though, a bit too much speed there. Casey around the outside.
So that car of Dark Lords is just not playing nice with him. He's got a handful.
Yeah, so Casey's the lap down here, so he's just between these three.
Yeah,
look at that thing.
I was going to say, still won't stop Casey from having a little bit of a race because, you know, they're all races at heart, and even though they're lap down, he'll still want to try and take that spot.
Oh, definitely. This is still on in these two.
Yeah, nothing separated these guys all race.
Yeah, definitely. If we had like a top trumps card of just ANZCRL members racing, Jetta would probably have one of the highest defences. He's very good at making that car wide.
Well, you can just see even through this twisty part of the circuit here, he's just positioned his car in the right spot just to stop Devil from even thinking about poking a nose in anywhere. And then make sure he gets a nice run out of here. This is another area where the tyres are just screaming surrender.
He's
so much pressure.
The apex is what Jetta knows, so he'll slow the car down a lot more, so you don't get that option to fire out, because if you do, you'll just run into the back of it.
Yeah, it seems like he's slowing him down a little bit, but he hasn't lost that much ground from Sado that far in front, but the other guys are slowly catching him too, so this is going to be actually almost a 4 or 5 car battle for the 3rd position by the end of this race. We've got 3 more laps remaining. And look at, it's a logical, all the hard work.
Devil has gone past Jetto, but he ran wide. I still actually logical with spinning. Devil's got himself into 3rd here. What has Jetto got now on the attack?
He's got a good attack here. He had a good run out of here, but I think he might have just got checked up a little bit through the chicane and maybe had to get off the throttle as Devil was in the right spot at the right time. And look at Commander Jim coming in strong as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's had a very good series so far, Commander Jim. Got into an incident in the first round in Long Beach here, but he's on the inside of Jetto here. Jetto squeezes him there.
Yeah, best to try and set him up maybe for a run down into turn 1 if he can get a good exit out of this hairpin up here and then be able to grip up onto the final corner, onto the starting straight. This is a good run from Commander Jim. He's got out from wide to try and get a nice run, but he's a bit too far back. But he's come on really strong onto the straight there, but I just don't think he's close enough to challenge Jetto this lap around.
No, definitely not. No one's got a penalty yet so far, which is very well driven from everyone, because this track's very easy to get time penalties.
Yeah, so Commander Jim currently sitting 6th in the championship, not
just
behind Night Havoc.
Again.
Doing a super job out there tonight.
So we hit lap 13, so it's that point
there
now. He goes on the inside. He
had to do that. Yeah, he took a void in.
Fire the inside.
Yeah, he took a void in action there. Could get a little bit of a time penalty. So you can sort of get rid of those time penalties fairly easy around here too by coasting in, especially up into this corner. You don't have to lose too much time.
So what could have been Dado and Weary Knight, the jump starters?
They are the jump starters. They were eager to get going. But all's not lost because they do have a qualifying session for the feature race later on here tonight, following this one. So they do have
Oh, Tim and Jack. Sliding into the corner there. That's not how you do that.
As Dado's taken it down
there.
In the inside to pick up ninth position. But we've got a 10-minute qualifying session after this to set the grid for the feature race, which will also have a mandatory pit stop. But this is a time here where I'm thinking the tyres, some of the tyres here will start to go off a little bit on lap 14 of 15. Most of the guys, the cars seem to be fairly straight, so the tyre wear is...
Had an accident.
There he goes, and there goes Devil X in a second.
Looks like he's had a couple, to be honest, because he dropped, what, 3 seconds to... He closed that gap down to Highlander, down to about 6, and all of a sudden opened up to 10. So he might have had that 2 half spins there. But Devil, good result here.
Yeah, keeping those tyre life in that car really well. See, Sato may be pushing that harder and those tyres might be shot. So we'll see how Sato can get out of this final corner. As the pace cars are having a strong round here tonight at
there's Weary. Oh, that's
Weary. Just letting them through.
Sadly, just getting out of the way.
So the Payas Motorsport cars are having a very good showing again. Both in 5th and 6th at the moment. They're just holding on. Night Havoc, if he can, from a Logical Sports. Last lap. Logical will be kicking himself with the spin that he had, all on his own. As will Sato as well, from leaving 2nd position. But this man, no one has touched Highlander. Absolutely brilliant drive.
Oh, the weaving down the straight. I love the weaving, the slipstreams.
This is exactly the reply that Highlander needed for his championship run in this season. He really needed to stamp his authority on this race, and he has. And taking out race 2 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Congratulations to Highlander and Team Mondelin. Nice clean run. Thoroughly deserves his victory here for race 4 of the championship. As Dark Lord. Oh, big moment from Sato and Devil. Will there be a redress? I think there is. Sato's redress.
This is logical. Got past Night Havoc as well. Here's the 2 leaders. Oh, no.
Here we go. A Logical Sports. And this may just give a Logical Sports the lead of the championship.
So we see Jetto come into 2nd and Commander Jim gets on the podium.
And Highlander's doing his burnouts right in the middle of the field, but how good is this from... oh, someone just tags the back of Highlander up while he's celebrating. But how was a Logical Sports luck to see Sato have a moment, but Sato doing the right thing by redressing after he had a challenge with Devil and obviously punted him off in the final couple of corners.
Who are you waiting for to cross the line?
There's another car coming on through now onto the final corner. Not too sure who it is. There's a blue dot. There is Casey.
There it is.
Come home in 14th.
Commander's serious right out of the field, knowing his luck.
Oh, well, there you go. What a race and what a last lap. We caught just the end of it where Sato's had a dive bomb on Devil X with Devil in 2nd. Devil won't be happy about that, Matty. Dropped from 2nd to 4th. He had a great run and he'll be ropeable. Even though Sato redressed that position, he won't be happy though. But anyway, these things happen in racing. But look at the great result from Highlander taking that victory, and Jetto, ever consistent, and just had a cool run in that race, finishing 2nd, taking the pieces of Devil and Sato's mistake, and then Commander Jim doing the same into 3rd. What a great result. He thoroughly deserves that in the Payas Motorsport car.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll just grab these screenshots so we can continue on. So there's the order from the for race 2 here tonight. And the big talking point will obviously be Sato's mistake that dropped him into the field, back down into 3rd position, and then challenging Devil on the last lap and causing a little bit of an incident. But credit to him redressing, but he's dropped now behind a Logical Sports, and with a difference of the points here, you'll find a Logical Sports now will lead the championship by 1 point over Sado. So, big talking point in this race here.
Yeah, but look at Jetto though. If that's the case.
Well, that's it. Jetto as well could he would have narrowed that gap up, maybe even be leading the championship. We don't have a live,
especially with the second.
Yeah, that's it. With a live scoring, we're not 100% sure there, but that's well picked up, Matty. I think you could be right that Jetto could be well and truly leading the championship coming into the feature race here tonight. So, again, we've had Matty Seeking helping out and myself here, Woody Lizard, for race 2. We've got one more race to come up, which is the feature race. So stick with us. We'll end this stream and we'll come back for race 3. And that one will have a mandatory pit stop. 35 laps around Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So come and join us in the next 5 minutes or so. And we'll be back live. Till then, we'll see you then.
Cheerio.
Well, hang on a minute. Just why before we say see you later, these points aren't obviously the points that they're getting, but that just shows you how close it'll be. And I think with our point structure, Jetto will be actually leading the championship going into the feature.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's very see results turn like that. It's fantastic.